Why did nations intervene in the Iran-Iraq War? Imagine a conflict that not only tore two nations apart but also drew in countries from around the world. The Iran-Iraq War, fought from 1980 to 1988, was more than just a regional fight. It became a global event with many countries stepping into the picture for their own reasons. When two big oil producers like Iran and Iraq go to war, the whole world feels the impact. Both sides targeted ships in the Persian Gulf, which is a major route for oil shipments. Disrupting this trade could cause oil prices to skyrocket and threaten economies everywhere. Countries with large energy needs or those relying on Middle Eastern oil had a strong reason to watch closely and sometimes get involved. Many nations saw the war as a chance to push their own strategic goals. During this time, the Cold War was still ongoing, with the United States and the Soviet Union competing for influence. The United States initially stayed neutral but later gave support to Iraq. They did this because they feared Iran's Islamic Revolution might inspire revolutionary movements in other countries and threaten American allies in the region. The Soviet Union, on the other hand, supplied weapons to both sides at different times, trying to keep its foothold in the Middle East. Neighboring Arab countries like Saudi Arabia and Kuwait worried about Iran's revolutionary government. They feared Iran's ideas might spread and cause unrest among their own populations. To stop this, they provided money and logistical help to Iraq, aiming to contain Iran's influence. The war also created a huge demand for weapons. Countries like France, China, and some Eastern Bloc nations sold arms to both Iran and Iraq. They did this to make money and to build political ties. Some nations, such as Syria and Libya, supported Iran because they opposed Western-backed governments and wanted to challenge Western influence in the region. As the war dragged on, the United Nations tried to help. They called for ceasefires and later helped negotiate the end of fighting. The international community was especially concerned about the use of chemical weapons and attacks on civilians. While direct humanitarian aid was limited, the UN's main role was diplomatic, trying to prevent the conflict from getting worse. Understanding why countries got involved in the Iran-Iraq War shows how local conflicts can turn into international issues. Oil, regional power struggles, and ideological clashes all played a part. Countries intervened because they saw opportunities or threats that affected their own security and economic interests. This war's legacy still influences the Middle East today, shaping alliances and ongoing tensions. Recognizing these reasons helps us see how interconnected regional conflicts are with global politics and economics.